just submit to Him. And you acknowledge today that it was not you, but it was Christ in you that gave you that strength, that pulled you up out of it. This is so important that people know that it's not them that does it, but it's Christ in us that does this. And I've seen Lisa give up things in her life. I hear Larry talk. She'll call him and they'll talk, and he'll come upstairs and he'll talk to me about what she's been through. Even the last couple of weeks, I think it's about 2 or 3 weeks ago, you went through a terrible incident and you could have been hurt. You want to tell us about that as part of your testimony this morning?
Well, y'all know I'm a police officer. I've been, and I'll just give you a little bit of my background just real quick. And is it Miss? Who's speaking? Miss Vicky. Miss Vicky. So I'm not going to take too much of your time. But I've been a police officer for 27 years. We're on 28, and out of those 27 years, I've been on the street 25 years, which is answering calls, 911 calls in the city of Wilmington. It's busy. But just throughout my career, not just what Miss Lottie's talking, it's just throughout my career there have been times when I could, and I know it's my family and friends that pray for me and cover me and things like that, because this is a calling. This is not something you just fill out an application for because you need a job. And all of us have callings. All of us have that call, not just police officers. I don't care where you work. The Lord can use you. He sprinkles Christians throughout wherever they need to be, like put pepper on something. So we don't need all of us in the police department. We don't need all of us in the hospital. We don't need all of us at PPD or DuPont or wherever. We need a sprinkling of Christians that can do His work. My calling was a police officer since I was a little girl. And my brother Larry, he bought me when I was little, some little, like a badge, like one of these things I'm wearing right here. He bought me one. I don't know where he got it from. He might not remember. But I'll tell you that thing around, I had a little scooter. And I mean, it was just everything to me, and just that type of the uniform and things like that. And plus, I think the Lord called me because of compassion. And my mama had the compassion. And my daddy died when I was 5, and I don't remember him a lot, but I do remember my mama and her compassion. And so that has pulled me into this job, and really been my focal point is that, because I'm going to tell you something. Everybody needs a break, and I teach the rookies in our basic law enforcement training at Cape Fear Community College, and we talk about cutting people a break and things like that, and we can always give people a second chance, okay, because we do the same thing. You see somebody run a stop sign, don't be so quick to write a citation or whatever, because we do the same thing. So you try to cut people a break as much as you can and be good to people, and that's across the board. The issue we have today in today's society is we don't have respect. I need to have respect for Miss Lottie. She needs to have respect for me. And sorry, I forgot your name back there. I need to have respect for you. You need to have some respect for me. And if we love each other and have that respect that we should have, I'd be out of a job. There would be nothing for me to do except help old ladies across the street and get a cat out of the tree. There'd be nothing else for me to do if we loved each other and had that respect. There would be no. There's 300 of us in the city of Wilmington. We wouldn't need 10, and that'd be just to do like sin. But there have been times in my career that have been very dangerous, and I've been shot at once. Never had to shoot anybody, but have come close to it. And what I'm going to say, you're going to talk about authority. What I'm going to say is authority. And now I can't go nowhere. I can't. This uniform affords me the authority to go into places where I couldn't go if I was dressed in plain clothes. I'd be too scared to go. But when you put uniform on, it gives you that authority to where I can go anywhere in the city of Wilmington. Like I have authority. I have jurisdiction in the city of Wilmington. So this uniform, the city, like Ms. Lottie, is so graciously allowed me to be ordained and certified so graciously, and I love her for it and appreciate that, giving me this opportunity. The city of Wilmington give me the opportunity in the state of North Carolina to get out there and enforce the law, okay? And in enforcing the law, they give us equipment to do it. There's no way in the world I'd put up, and I like to wear shorts and sweatpants, and I like yard work and stuff like that. But there'd be no way in the world I can wear that to work. When I come to work, I've got to have certain things now to protect myself. Okay, because there is evil in the world. We can see that. I've seen the devil a time or two. I don't see him every day I go to work, but I've seen a couple people I knew good and well was possessed. I knew they were. And the drug situation now is really starting to really pull heavily on us. And drugs are the biggest factor of why we have crime. Is people will do anything in the world to get drugs, and that's why we have a lot of the crime that we do. But getting back to when I get ready to go to work, and I don't have my vest on today because I didn't want to sit up in here and be uncomfortable with it, but I wear 17 pounds of equipment when I go to work. Other than the military, I don't know who in any type of job has to wear 17 pounds of equipment to go to work. I mean, you just put on clothes and go, but we have to dress like we're military because we don't know what's going to come and go. I mean, I'm in the most dangerous area. Any of it can be dangerous, but right now I'm in the most dangerous inner city area that we have. But, you know, the vest that I have on that I wear, they just gave us, the other day, they just bought us a new vest. This goes on the outside, and a Kevlar helmet. If y'all have seen any of the Charlotte riots or any of the things like that, the turnout, those officers now were wearing a lot of heavy equipment. And that one vest they just gave us, I wanted to bring, but this, I can't hardly even, once I put it on, I can feel a weight like I've got one of the boys back there on my back because it's so heavy. That is, and Larry can tell you, he's done expert, for the caliber of gun that I possibly could get hit with, that probably would save me. My vest, regular vest, would not, but this thing here, now if I have to break that out, I'm going to call Miss Lottie. If I have to get that out of my trunk, I'm going to call anybody else that will provide me a phone number. If I have to get that out of my trunk and put that helmet on, it is not going to be a good day. Okay, we just trained with it the other day. It's very difficult. We trained shooting our gun with it, getting up and down off the ground with it, and things like that. So they're stepping up because of how things are going with our equipment. But here's the thing. We have, Miss Lottie was talking about the taser. I think we had a conversation about the taser. When I started out, we had a stick. We had a PR-24. Y'all seen the sticks, right? And that's to hit and knock people and punch them. And we went through a class with the moves that you would take to protect yourself. Well, I wasn't really too happy with that because I don't really see myself too much hitting anybody with a stick, but especially that. So after that came the pepper spray. Okay, and we carry that, and I don't carry all this on my belt because I mean I got a little bit of a gut, but I don't have that much to where I can carry all that stuff on my belt because it starts to where I won't have any room to sit down. But we had come up with the pepper spray, and that's very, very hot. I mean, you don't take it one time to get that around it or get that on you, and you just scream for a period of time. And the supervisors, they give us the pepper fiber. Okay, that's when you got a big crowd and they will not disperse. You're going to take that pepper fiber and you're going to spray the whole room. And everybody's going to be choking and gagging and spitting, and that means us. So I don't like that. So I didn't like the stick and I didn't like the spray. I mean, I've got it in my patrol car for me, but I don't like that stuff because that's just not what I want to do. But now they did come out with a taser. Okay, this is 50,000 volts of fun. And it's the best thing since sliced bread. And it is
the power of God.
It's the best thing since sliced bread in law enforcement, in my opinion. Because the taser, and I don't want to, yeah, so I took the cartridge off. This is a cartridge. Okay, and 2 prongs come out of this door here. Could probably hit maybe me. Ma'am, what's your name? It probably could hit you. And it's got, when you turn it on, there's a red light. And I'm going to put it right there on the cross if you don't mind. When you put this dot on somebody, that gets their attention real quick. I mean, you can imagine, when you put that, I have put the dot on people and got them straight on. Okay? So, but this will also, the prongs will come out of here, and with both prongs go into you, you're going to drop. I don't care how big you are. Sometimes if you're really, really, really jacked up on drugs, it might not. You're going to have some people there to help you, some more officers. But most of the time I've used it 5 times, and this is no joke. This will, I don't care what you're doing, I'm going to ask you one time to stop, and the second time we'll be talking on the ground. And I've used it 5 times, and I think it's the best thing that law enforcement has, so you don't have to actually go to your weapon. So sometimes the only thing about it, when we're talking about defensive type things and people trying to hurt me, usually I'll go in there with my taser and try to see if we can't deal with it that way, because I'd rather for somebody to be tased. But it's, all hands are on deck when you have to go with your weapon. Okay, and this is a Glock and I have 52 rounds of bullets, and I've got a shotgun in the trunk, and I've got all kind of ammo with a shotgun in the trunk. And after that, I'm on my own. I'm gonna have the Lord's gonna step in if it gets beyond all this. Okay, but the thing about it is, yeah, if we have to go, we have by law the right, North Carolina, to shoot somebody and kill them. I mean, we have that right if it comes down to us getting hurt or a third person getting hurt. Okay, we have that, we are authorized to do that. And you'll see some cases come up in the news where somebody's running down the road and, you know, an officer for some reason, you know, that's wrong all day long. Can't shoot people in the back that are running from you like that. But all this stuff equips us to do our daily job, and I'm gonna make a point. All of it equips us to do our daily job of getting out there, talking to people, and most people are generally nice people. Y'all, life is a chess game, and I'm in with this. Life is a chess game. So what I do when I knock on the door, come up to the car, how you doing, Sergeant Kittrell? That's my move. Okay? Now I'm going to see their move. If they say, hey, you know, whatever the situation may be, then that's their move. Okay, now it's my move. Well, the reason I stopped you, or the reason we're here, somebody said you had loud music in the house. And if they say, okay, we'll turn down, sorry about that, we're moving. But if at some point in time when we're playing this chess game, that they come back at me and say, you need to get out of my house, you need to get out, then we're going to start. That's when everything, you know, all bets are off, because that's when you have to step up and do something about that, because they're not being cooperative. So in this game, if everybody's cooperative and with respect, because we all do stuff, and I've played music loud and all kinds of stuff, but we got to watch now, because we're watching people. This is my move, now watch your move, okay, that type of thing. So, but through I can tell war stories to no end of this, that, and something other else, of just helping people and things like that, and just being able to really enjoy this job. And also, I've had the best days of my life and the very worst days of my life at that department. I was up under a $13 million lawsuit, and was attempting to buy a house and could not buy a house at that time because I come up under that $13 million lawsuit. I was a supervisor. I was not the person that actually did that, but I happened to be in the only thing I did wrong that day is didn't call out sick. I was in a situation, I was supervisor of that scene. But that all turned out to be. So we have laws and things we have to abide by, and things that we have to, our laws and Wilmington city ordinances that we've got to, you know, just like in the Bible, we've got to abide by those. But there's one thing that is missing, because I've got all the equipment, they give us all the equipment we need, the uniforms and everything I need, everything in the world I need, they give us. Okay, coach jackets, whatever we need. Okay? Now, there's one thing I don't know if y'all noticed. With all that stuff, all that equipment, and a brand new car, Charger, there. I hope you get to ride in soon. But with all these, we drive a Dodge Charger that's out of this world. But with all those things, there's something missing. Because I've got the equipment, I've got the knowledge for this, I've had it. What's missing? Anybody notice anything that's missing? I've got that too. Right. You didn't have to bring that up more in my day. But that's, yeah, we didn't have cameras, and you can't make a movie without a camera. Is anything missing? Well, the thing about it is, I've got the equipment, I've got everything I need to be a police officer. Okay? But this gives me the authority. Then I can have every gun that Larry's got in his barn. It makes no difference. But without this, I have no authority. No, and this badge is about $120 if you want to buy. But this is my authority. I can't go anywhere and do anything. If I walk in somewhere around, they might not catch it. But without this, they can't know what I can do about anything. And what I want to say with that is, as I wrap this up, without Jesus, and I'm not saying it's Jesus because I've been there. I've been there. I've been to the mountaintop. I've been to, like Miss Lottie said, I understand how it feels to feel like you're not going to live another day. But this gives me the authority. And Sherry was at my graduation 27 years ago, and she actually held the Bible that I had to say my. You're just like when you pray to ask Jesus into your heart, you've got to make that prayer. Well, I had to make this, and your promises go back in. But I had to make that promise, and that, I believe right here, if I sit down fast. Is that better? I mean, that gives me the authority now to go in and say, you need to do this, and you need to do that. I can take somebody's life, and I can take the freedom away and lock them up, put handcuffs on them, and take them to jail. This gives me the authority. Okay, Jesus gives us that authority. Okay, to step in and take over things that might be going on in our life, or whatever it may be, a sickness, or whatever it is, a situation, a problem at work, financially, relationship, or whatever it may be. Jesus gives us that authority. Without him, we're dead in the water. If I was to take this off, I couldn't even write a warning ticket, couldn't even write a parking ticket. This gives me the authority to do all of it. With Jesus, when we, just like when Sherry held the Bible, when I raised my hand, when I was sworn in as a police officer 27 years ago, I made that pledge that I would, follow the laws of North Carolina, the Constitution of the United States, everything else. I would give my life behind this badge, behind this $120 badge. I am willing. I've never come, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes. So here's the thought that I wanted to give everybody, because without Jesus, we don't have authority. We do not have authority. We are in a mess. We are in a war zone with no badge without him. And it doesn't take anything but just inviting him into your heart or our heart, and we now put the badge on, and we're ready to go out there and take control over situations, to run out demons and to speak over things for healing and things like that. Because if this is not true, then everything in the Bible is a lie, and God is not a man he should lie.
Amen.
So we've got to have this. We've got to have this badge. We have got to be in a position to have this authority. Step up and take authority, because that's like a chest. Like I said, if you don't, when things first come on you, if you do not step up and speak over that, when I get to somebody's car and I stop them, I got to start a conversation. I just can't let them sit there. I've got to start and speak and say, you did this, you did this. I have the authority to charge you with that. Okay, so we've got to speak up and take authority over whatever the situation may be. So now I'm swearing everybody in by my authority. I know we're in Pender County, and I really don't have, but this is a badge. So use it as a bookmarker, just a reminder. That's right, the authority. And Derek, come up here for me, please. Good word. Good word. So with that being, I'm going to let Derek hand everybody this. Keep this with you, because with Jesus we have that authority to go anywhere. Okay, to command things. Okay, we have the same power that he has, that he had on earth and up in heaven. We have that same authority and same power. Okay, so I'm going to let my buddy here give everybody a badge. Keep that, and remember the authority part. We have that authority. Okay, without the badge, without Jesus, this is just a blue uniform that you can order online for about maybe $60 or $80 and wear it, but you'll get absolutely no one. And thank you, Miss Lottie, for that time.
Okay. Amen. Did y'all like that? Amen. Her testimony of who she is in the Lord. And I want the elders to come, Brother David. I want you all, the elders, to come and sign this. I have already signed it, and we're going to present it to our sister, our licensed minister, another one from Livingstones, Tabernacle. Glory be to God. I feel the taser power. And so with this, I do present to you, Lisa, the certificate of license as one who has given evidence of a calling by God into ministry. She's been ministering for 27 years on the street to people and hadn't killed one yet. That sounds like the love of God in her heart, doesn't it? So it is an honor today. And with this license, you can function in ministry as the opportunity may present, and to exercise the God-given gift in ministry. And I have signed it on the 25th day of March, 2018. And if any of you, Larry, any of you taking a picture, Sherry, anybody, and then we'll let these elders sign it. Brother Mark's not here, but we need 3 to sign it. Okay, all right. Amen, amen.
Glory to God.
Just take it right over there and sign it. And daughter, what an honor to have one connected to my family that loves God enough to step out and say, yes, Lord, I'll stand in the gap. I will make up the hedge, and I will make a difference. She has made a difference. She has made a difference. And I want to congratulate you. Yes, yes, yes.
God bless you. And I gotta tell you what it do. When you put this right hand on him, I looked there and it was blowing. And the Lord said, she's gonna have chances in the future to lay this hand on people and heal them. Say, Lord.
I'm gonna say, I want to say one more thing. My neighbor back here, Karen, a good friend of mine, long friend, she is my armor bearer. She is a person that is a prayer warrior. Now, we all sometimes, we're up here and sometimes things go on. We have things going on in life that come down a little bit. But she is a prayer warrior, and she has really helped me as an armor bearer. Because I can't, sometimes I had just spent a week in Georgia for chaplain school. And she would watch my dog for me. I would not never go to Georgia, leave my dog at the house, and couldn't take the dog with me, so I've been, but I appreciate her as that armor bearer. It's like when somebody has to come up and help you, because just like with Joyce Meyer and people like that, we got to have people behind them now because, everybody's important. I mean, we all, whether you're sweeping the parking lot, whatever, we're coming together now for this thing. But I really appreciate Karen and what she has done and helped me in prayer and stood behind me and enable me to do what I'm doing now. So I really appreciate it.
Amen. And all of you now can be armor bearers.
Drop all thing in.
Amen. You don't need that.
Yes, yes, yes. My mouth is big enough, but anyway, it records better if I've got this. But in this, you know her name now. So you be part of the armor bearer. She's got reinforcements now. She's got a platoon back here that can cover her on a daily basis, even whenever, if somebody's got an argument against her. You know what I'm saying? And of a night when she's asleep, she might need somebody. If God wakes you up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, now you usually work night shift.
Day shift now.
You're on day shift now? Okay. But if God brings her name to your mind, pray for her.
Amen.
Pray for her. Because I had to learn that.
All the officers,
All of, yeah. But what I'm saying is, don't just pray little simple prayers. Get online with God and listen. And when He brings somebody's name to my mind, like right now, I'm thinking about Brother Bill in Ohio. He just came to my mind. If I was upstairs in my office, I'd say, God, whatever Brother Bill needs today, I give it to Him, Lord. Heal him, help him, protect him, protect Lisa, protect Vicky. Vicky's fixing to step out and get into some of this. I've seen her. We've talked how many years, Vicky? I don't know. But it's been a good,
20?
about 20 years. And I've seen Vicky struggle. I've seen her come out of it. I've had struggling stories about Lisa from Larry, that different things happened. She mentioned an incident of $13 million they wanted to sue her for, just because of her position. Let me tell you, the devil wants to take everything you've got. But right here, right now, before Vicky comes, Joe, get the lectern from Vicky. Before she comes,